Good morning, Freedom Team. Hope everybody's coming off a wonderful weekend. We're excited here to have another incredible speaker. But before we do that, just a little housekeeping. We had an announcement come out. I saw that, Kelly, that we have a uh, cruise coming up July 9th through 12th. And
We
Kelly and
do.
Kathy, if one of you have the link that you can put in there, obviously this is open for really anybody in EXP, but with the Freedom Team, we're going to see how many people we could get on there. Love for us, all of us to get on and have some camaraderie, get to know each other, that kind of thing. But it's July 9th through 12th. She can give you the details. I looked at it, it looks pretty impressive, that MSC, what all is included and so forth. So other than that, let's get things started, you guys. I have a special guest on here. I met this gentleman about 3 years ago at a regional event back in Dallas, 4 years ago. Was just blown away after I had a chance to meet him and found out what he was doing for attraction. I thought was extremely unique. I haven't asked Joe if he's still doing the same thing. I'm assuming a lot of the same. He has a way of doing some very unique things on Facebook that has led to him having a group of over 300 agents, and he really does them all of it through Facebook. Very unique. So let me kind of give you his background real quick. Joe hails from Boston, Massachusetts, and proudly represents EXP Luxury Division and is an icon agent. Joe has Joe deemed his success to three key approaches to life and business: high intensity, integrity, and authenticity. Prior to real estate, Joe walked in the footwear industry internationally for two of the biggest brands in the world and boasts a collection of over 700 pairs of shoes. Oh my gosh, dude, I'd like to see them. I don't know where you keep all those. But Joe is
I
well
have
known
a I have a storage unit.
and Joe
It's
is well
temperature
known and
controlled.
recognized industry-wide for his aggressive networking approach, using selfies with colleagues to make sure he is always top of mind. Everybody knows Joe took on a life of its own, has been in real estate since 2014. So, Joe, as always, man, thank you so much, dude, for just taking a few minutes to come and spend here with our group called the Freedom Team. And man, why don't we start off just I know you got started in 2014, obviously came from those two big brands. Anything else you'd like for us to know about you just personally, family, anything that before we jump into business?
Yeah, I mean, so everything that drives me is based around helping people and St. Jude's. So like I am not a person that likes receiving gifts. I'm not a person that wants material things. Obviously, like, do I have a nice house? Do I have an okay car? Do I have, some things that I love, like my, photography equipment, stuff like that? Sure. But, if a person's like, hey, you did something nice for me, like, what's your address? I want to send you something. My first response is always, no, please don't. I don't need stuff. But if you want to do a kindness for me, make a donation, even if it's $1, even if it's $5 to St. Jude's, and help the people that have helped me be here, helped so many people, be here and kind of make sure that everything is going towards helping, those kids. Because I was one of those kids. Like that's one of the things that's like big about me is like I have the best life ever, and I want that for everyone. I want that for everyone here. I want that for Freedom Group. I want that for all the little kids. And my mindset is very much so always focused on that one thing, on how can we make a bigger impact even if we never see the end result? How can we make a bigger impact even if that person never knows our name, our face, or our contribution? So that's kind of like the big thing to know about me. So like if you ever need help, I'm also always available. Whether that's just as a like, hey, Joe, as a friend, can I pick your brain about something? Happy to do that. I also have coaching, which I know is kind of the knock on wood thing that everybody claims, but mine's very different. Um, and yeah, it's really where it's focused on doing right in the world. So I would say the one thing beyond that is I would challenge everyone because this is kind of the key as you'll learn to everything I do to look at what your goals are and ask yourself, do I need to be there to see the end result? Because if you can make it where the answer is no, if you can look at it from the perspective of, I might, you know, I might be overdue. I might expire. I might be taking a dirt nap with a very, heavy blanket when the results come in. And yes, I make light of it. I joke, and I might never know if I'm quote unquote successful with what my goals are. That means that I am doing something that means so much to me that I have to love the process more than the actual end result. Now, I love the end result because that's like the big goal, but I may never see it. So I have to be in love with that process. And that is what carries over onto every single thing I'm going to talk about today.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing just from your heart. I can feel it, man. When you talk, do you mind me asking, kids, family? Are you
Yep. So I have two little boys. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. I'm an old dad. I am 43. I know a lot of you may not, looking at this face be like, oh man, like he's that old. I am. It's okay. I say, it's about lotion and moisturizer. Most people think it's the same thing, but the lotion, that's a protectant like sunscreen. And then the moisturizer, that's like the repair. So it's a two-step process. So like it's me and Rob Lowe duking it out for who looks youngest. So like I'm trying to, stay in the game. And yeah, so I got two little ones and I'm again, like I said, I'm an old dad and they keep me on my toes because they are fiery red-haired ginger boys with big bright blue eyes. So they are trouble. They believe in headlocks, backflips, and stitches. We've had a lot of stitches already
Oh
just between
gosh.
ages 3 and 5.
Oh my. Boys will be boys. I got my first grandbaby. He's 15 months and starting to already fall over, bump his head, bump into things like, oh
Mhm.
gosh. My son growing up always, man, for like 2, 3 years, had a big knot on his forehead. Would just bump into
Mhm.
things. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious. Well, hey man,
Very,
appreciate you
very, very
sharing.
tactile learner, right? Just gotta
Exactly.
go head first into things.
All right, well, let's jump into a little business, man. And I can't remember when you and I talked 2.5 years ago, and I didn't pull up my past notes, but doesn't matter anyway because I want the rest of the group to hear. So you've been in since 2014. When and how were you approached with EXP, and what was it that really made you join?
Yeah, so I mean, um, I'd been approached several times, and I came over in 2020. So, um, it's coming up on my 6-year anniversary in a couple months, and I was always approached from the standpoint of, well, there's nobody in Boston. There's nobody in Boston. You should be the guy. You would be great. All this stuff. You have a big team because at the time I had a 25-person team. You have all this stuff. You should do it. You'll and it never really spoke to me because it was just always seemingly what I would bring to the company and the brand, not what it would bring to me. And then I had a friend in the end of 2019 move over. And that was a friend who did a lot of charity work with me, did a lot of event charity work with me, did a lot of, you know, networking with me. And he was like, hey, you know what? There's a lot of like-minded people here. And with how this is structured, you could do more for everything that you care about just
Mhm.
by how the company's set up, what the company enables, and getting everything all set. I think it's something you should look at. So it wasn't like a hard sell. It wasn't something where there was pressure. It wasn't like, oh my God, you're not smart if you don't do this. It was more so looking at me and saying, Joe, this is an opportunity for you where the things that you care about will be put at the forefront and you're going to be able to maximize the efficiency of what you're already doing. And for me, that was the perfect sales pitch. because
Yeah.
it came and it met me where I was at and what was important to me. Um, and that's why 100% of my rev share I give to charity.
Wow. Awesome. So
So,
let's let's go back to the very beginning. So you
yep,
joined in 2000. Did you, I'm assuming, brought it
2020.
20, oh, what did I say? 2000, 2020. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
You
that's
brought,
okay. Just
you
20
had,
years, no big deal.
yeah. It's, you had you said 25 in your team. Did you bring the
Yep,
whole team over with you?
I did. I brought the whole team over. I brought my 6 admin staff. We rocked and rolled for a little while until I kind of had the epiphany that like I can do this differently. I don't need this big team. I don't need to spend $50,000 a month on Zillow. I don't need to basically be playing chicken with the train that was expenses versus the output of agents and their motivation. Because I was the one that got hurt if they took a month off, if they decided they didn't want to do whatever, if they weren't motivated, or if they blamed external market circumstances compared to their own work ethic. And I pivoted and I said, you know what, I'm gonna downsize. I'm gonna go more of a SEAL 6 approach, and I'm going to make it where I can help people, they can help my charity, and I'm not facing a massive P&L issue. Because I think one of the worst kept secrets in our industry, and one of the worst things that currently is just there, is the fact that everybody is in love with talking about production numbers from a gross standpoint. But what you don't hear a lot of is saying, hey, here is what my NCI, my net income was.
Hmm.
Not a lot of people are saying, hey, here's my profitability rate. On this call, like just real quick, because I'm like a very, visual person. Raise your hand if you know what your profitability was for last year. And it's scary that everybody didn't raise their hand because were you at 15%? Were you at 30? Were you at 50? Were you at 60? At what point is that a good thing? Kelly, I see you got your hand up. So let's jump on and have some fun.
Okay. Oh no, I had my hand up when you asked the question. That's why my hand went up. Let me lower it.
Oh, okay. I saw the Zoom hand up. I was like, oh, she has something to say. And that's fine. But yeah, but that's the thing is like, so I think that's where like a lot of people don't talk about like, okay, are the people up on stages, even me being one of them, are they the most profitable, or do they just have big numbers? Are they broke and, hoping that everything works out, not really making money, or are they like crushing it in terms of their profitability? So like when I really had that kind of epiphany, I pivoted and I said, I'm going all in on helping people, and I'm going to do that through agent attraction, recruiting, rev share, any of the different ways you want to kind of dress the words. Um, but to me, it was really about I'm just going to go directly into the people business, not from a consumer standpoint, but more of a B2B, a business to business. Like I want to talk to those business people and I want to help them.
So obviously it sounds like you dissolved your team and just kind of kept
I,
them on
I,
board, but moved them into the rev share instead of a
I
team
didn't
approach.
dissolve it. I would say I kept 6 out of 25. So I would say I dared to downsize. I did what any, middle-aged or older, retiree empty nester should do. I took the big McMansion and I put it into something a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to maintain, a little bit easier to clean up on.
Okay. So you went from 25 to 6. So did you then begin, since you came on in 2020, not in 2000,
Mhm.
what, what did you, when did you start to go, okay, I'm going to start to build rev share? And how did that all get started with what you're doing on Facebook and so forth? Because it's a very unique approach that you're doing.
Yep. So, I mean, it's where parts of it had already been there, kind of like you mentioned with the selfies. So, like, I'm going to go on this real quick tangent. How many of you guys have logged into Facebook recently? Cool. I'm old too. I love Facebook. Now, the best thing about Facebook is if you've been around long enough with it, and we all have at this point. I mean, I'm an OG. I got it back in 2005 when it was first released just to colleges outside of Harvard, because, I was in college at that point. Um, I have, 20 years of memories. I get memories every day. Now, what happens with those memories? Well, Kelly, don't fall asleep on me now, girl. I can see that. Here's the thing. You see those memories, you see those pictures, you're reminded of it. So it clicked with me. Well, hey, I'm going to take a selfie. If I'm going to a conference and it's around the same time every year, if I'm going and I'm meeting people, if I'm consistently seeing these people, well, if I take a picture with them, make a post, tag them in it, well, a year later, I'm going to appear. 2 years later, I'm going to appear. 20 years later, I'm still appearing. So that was the big thing is that was the start of my entire system, where it was like, all right, if I want to build out a good referral network, I need people to recognize my face. It's pretty, it's young, it's youthful. People should remember it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to make it where I'm going to do that at scale because I don't necessarily have to do the heavy lift. Facebook's already doing that for me. Now, how that came with what you're talking about, man, is all right, I had already been doing this at conferences. I already had people coming in. Well, now it was all right, I'm going to bring other people in. I'm going to make announcements. And those announcements, they're going to be more of like a story, like a life story. Like you're reading it and you don't even realize it's someone saying that they changed their job. You think they're just being kind of like introspective and reflective and like you're getting hooked into it. And then bam, oh, it's actually all about them coming here. And then I can go back and I can interact with that post in the memories and it puts it to the top of the feed and people interact and then it goes out to the other people's networks. So that was kind of like the impetus to like creating the system that I'll talk about in 2 seconds, where it was like, all right, I can take this thing that I already have. I'm already reminding people there's no cost to it. Everybody uses it. And I can be a constant reminder to people, well, how can I supercharge that? How can I make it where those simple activities are going to skyrocket my business, my goals? So what I did was get intentional about it. And I said, all right, I've already got it unlocked for getting to know agents, agent to agent referrals, being top of mind, because these people, they're seeing the memories of us year after year. So playing the long game. Now, what I need to do is figure out, all right, how can I get more people into my ecosystem so that I can do something at scale? Now, guys, if you do a Facebook post, how many people see it? Somebody just unmute and talk to me. Let's have fun.
5%.
Perfect. Is 5% better than 0%?
Sure.
Perfect. Would it be better if you could choose the 5% that saw it compared to having it just be chosen by Facebook?
Absolutely.
Well, guess what? You can. And that was the other thing. So, a very little used part of Facebook that most people don't even know about, and you can't do it from your phone, you have to do it from a desktop or a laptop, is you can make what are called friends lists. And friends lists act as almost like a filter or an audience. So when you guys make a post, are you aware that you have basically, you can make it public or you can make it friends only? Perfect. What if I added a third layer? What if public was the biggest, most open one? And now we're kind of making like a sideways pyramid or a funnel. The middle one now was friends only, and that's basically where Facebook picks who it shows it to. But what if the smallest one was that friends list so that you could make posts that are only seen to people on that list? Now, would that be beneficial if we have a very specific purpose? Yeah. Now, if we're talking about scalability, is it easier to reach out to, I don't know, one at a time, one by one people? Or is it easier to, make one post and have it go to all the people that you want to see, whether it's one, 100, 500, or 1,000? So that's what
Yeah.
I do. And that's the whole, in my mind, genius of it, because Facebook is going to remember to remind people about you. They're going to see your stuff. They're going to click on you. And if you have these people on this friends list, they're not aware of it, but they will see all the posts that you are specifically targeting towards them. Now, what's the best part of it? Well, do you guys think that if there's no other EXP people seeing it, if I'm making a post about EXP, well, nobody's like jumping on it and scaring people away, right?
Hmm.
The only people that engage with it are people that are either nice or friendly or had a life event where they're somewhat thinking about, well, maybe I'm going to think about it. Maybe it makes sense now, right? Or hey, that's interesting. Now, if you look at that post and you see like, oh, they liked it, they dropped a comment, whatever, is the easiest thing in the world just to send that person a message who you're already connected with saying, hey, appreciate you, liking my post. I always love getting feedback on, what people find interesting. And here's the killer question. How you doing?
Mm.
Now, if I sent you that message, man, would you find that aggressive?
Mm. No,
Would you find it off-putting?
no.
Did I ask you to change companies? Did I tell you to watch a video? Did I invite you for coffee that I don't want to get?
No.
We're people. We love interacting with other people. Remember that. I mean, I'll give you an example. I already know that I like Kathy down in Nashville. Why? Because she's got some great art. She's got plants, and I think it's severely underrated and underutilized how amazing it is to have plants in your area, how much it feels. And she's got a little bit of that kind of like postmodern type vibe going. She's got a great orange chair, and she's in Nashville, so she probably likes Tennessee, but I'm a Syracuse guy, so Syracuse orange always trumps Tennessee orange. But that's the thing, is like already she's smiling and I'm connecting with her. Why? Because we're talking about just common interest things, not necessarily about what your goal is. So that's all good, right? And we can talk about more of that later. So, like right now, we have two parts. We have, hey, for colleagues that you're meeting face to face, take a selfie, start getting those posts going, start getting where Facebook reminds people that you're there. And that's perfect. Now we understand that we have friends lists where like we can curate what we're messaging to people, to specific people. Great. Well, how do we now make this a machine? Does anyone have any ideas? And obviously, Sean, don't give up.
Exactly. I'm with you.
And anyone have an idea, a guess? And it's okay if it's right, it's okay if it's wrong, but I love participation because my thing is I think that if you guys are thinking it through, you're going to retain it better when I give you the good stuff. So, Melanie, I'm going to pick on you. What do you think it is? You got to unmute though, baby. I want to hear that. There we go.
You hear my I don't know.
Okay, well let's take a wild stab in the dark guess. You got this. How can we get more people into our ecosystem, into, wanting to be able to be connected with us on Facebook?
Making those connections when we're in events, maybe?
That's a great way. Now, guys, let's dial it in. How many people should we be meeting to get good results?
Hundreds.
I would agree. Anyone else have a number that they want to toss out?
I'd
No, it's
back
okay.
Like back to
I'm
what Kelly
gonna,
said, you might get 5 to 10% of the people maybe to respond at different
mm,
posts and so forth. So you just need to continue to
you have
grow.
to you have to have a big pool. And the only way to have a big pool is to be consistent, right? So guys, if I told you like, hey, I want you to meet 1,300 active agents that are doing deals per year. Is anyone feeling nervous? 1300, 1,300. Does anyone know 1,300 agents? Oh, see, so no, that's too overwhelming. But can you guys make a 2-minute phone call? I want to see some head nodding. I want to see some smiling. Perfect. So if I said to you, let's say 5 days a week, just work days, not weekends. You're gonna get 2 days off because we don't want to burn you out. Could you make 5 2-minute phone conversations? Notice I didn't say calls, I said conversations. Okay, great. Well, what's 5 times 2? Sean, putting you on the spot. Math. 5 times 2, go.
10.
Cool. Okay, so let's say we're going to double the amount of time that is and say instead of 10 minutes, it's going to take 20 because not everybody's going to pick up. Is anybody so self-important that they can't find 20 minutes 5 days a week? Perfect. I love you guys because you would be shocked at how many people are like, Joe, I am a busy person. I am too important for that 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, I saw you scrolling TikTok for 3 hours. So get out of my face. What if you could meet 5 people every single day, 5 days a week? Now that's 25 people. Now, if you do that every week, 25 times 52, I'm not going to put Sean on the spot again. Guess what? That's 1,300 people. Now, does that seem manageable? Yeah. Now, if you have 1% conversion, how many FLQAs is that?
13.
13. Now I'm going to make you do some math. So, Sean, break out a calculator. Let's say that they're, all capping agents and, you're going to get that first year bonus and it's going to be fun. What's 13 times 4,000?
Woo, 52,000.
Is anybody going to be upset if for spending 20 minutes just on working weekdays, you could get $52,000 a year?
Not at all.
No? Okay. So this might be for you. So the big question is like, Joe, how am I going to find 5 agents every single day that I can call, that I can meet, that I can talk to, and that I can bring into my ecosystem? Well, let's have fun. I'm gonna pick on Andy because he looks like a very distinguished gentleman. Andy, have you had a closing recently?
Not recently, no.
Have you had a closing before?
Yes.
Perfect. After that closing, did anything nice happen to you outside of getting the check?
Um, Nothing comes to mind.
Perfect. So you're saying that like your broker didn't call you and say, congratulations on that great closing. I'm so proud of you, Andy. Go do another.
No.
Okay. Did your best friend call you and say, Andy, saw you close that house. High five. Great job.
No.
Oh, did anyone on your team?
My wife?
Okay. Did she do it begrudgingly?
No.
Oh, well, you're one of the lucky ones then. Keep her forever. So that's the thing. If I asked most of you the last time you had a closing, did anyone reach out and say anything nice to you? And here's the stipulation, without trying to sell you something. Because I get those security AT&T or ADT calls all the time. Like those ones don't count. So let's do something fun because I see most of you are in front of your computer. I want you to go with me right now, and I want you to open up your MLS. And I'm going to pick on Kelly for this one. Jennifer, be careful. You're on deck. All right, Kelly.
I'm not a good one to pick on because I'm a referral agent and don't have access to the MLS. So I'll have you go.
Okay, perfect. Jennifer, see how I said you were on deck? Now you are at bat. So we are switching that up with a pinch hitter.
Sure.
Jennifer, are you at your MLS?
I am.
Perfect. Can you go to the search option?
Yeah.
Can you filter by sold in the last 72 hours?
I I mean, like I can go 3 days. Yeah.
Okay, do it.
I'm a new
What?
agent, so I apologize. It might
Don't apologize. This is the best training. Pressure makes diamonds. And you'll always remember this.
It does make diamonds. Give me just a second. I've got to add the field. Thank
That's fine. I love your green walls.
you. I love my green walls too.
So, guys, are you starting to catch on with what my approach is going to be? Because Jennifer is going to all of a sudden, she's going to see how many houses sold in her MLS in the last 72 hours.
21.
Okay, perfect. Clicked on any of them.
Do.
Don't be picky, just pick one.
I was being picky. Okay, I got one.
Okay, perfect. Does it show you the agents that did the deal?
It sure does.
What's their first name?
First, the buyer's agent was Jeremy, and the
Okay, nope,
seller's
that's
okay,
that's all I need.
Jeremy.
Do you personally know Jeremy?
No, I do.
Could you meet Jeremy?
Well, absolutely.
Would it be out of bounds to say you could call them and say, "Hey, Jeremy, saw you closed 123 Main Street the other day. Just wanted to spread some positivity and say congratulations. Looks like it was a great transaction."
That's amazing. Yep.
Okay, great. Now, some people are going to be a little shocked at this because they're going to think, okay, well, what are you selling? And, they're going to, talk. They're either going to be a little awkward or they're going to be nice or they're going to tell you all about it. But then all you follow up with is, well, hey, my name's Jennifer. I'm a broker across town. I start every morning by doing gratitude and positivity, and I love meeting new agents. And then they're going to talk, they're going to say whatever. And it's a really simple close because the close is always the most important part. Hey, Jeremy, like you seem like a really great guy. And from what I can see, like it looks like you cover, a little bit farther out across town than I do. Would you be opposed? Actually, sorry. I sometimes get clients that start by me and they end up kind of wanting to go more out towards you, and with traffic across town and stuff like that, it makes it a little too crazy. Would you be opposed the next time that happened if I just sent them as a referral to you?
Yeah. Their
You're
jaws would
yeah,
drop.
no, yeah, you're opposed to that?
No. So no, their jaws would drop at that.
Right.
Like,
Okay. Joe wants to send me free money. Okay. So it's after they say, no, I'm not opposed to that. Of course, that's great. Okay, well, Jeremy, I'm an old guy. I'm a little old school. Just to keep people top of mind, because like when I like somebody and want to send them referrals, this is just the easiest way for me. Is it okay if I just send you a Facebook friend request real quick? Because that's how, I keep everybody, top of mind to make sure that when that does happen, I'm reaching out to you. Is that cool with you?
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, hey, Jeremy, it was great meeting you. Congratulations again on closing 123 Main Street. And I can't wait to send you that next referral.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Right.
Slam dunk.
Can you guys get that out in 2 minutes or less?
Absolutely.
Is anybody upset about someone saying, hey, congratulations, you did something good. I'm not selling you something, and hey, I want to send you money someday? Did I say anything?
It'll leave a positive mark for yourself, for your brokerage. Yeah.
Well, no, not brokerage, because did I say my brokerage?
Well, no, they'll look you up though.
Yeah, but that's a very important part. All you're saying is, hey, I'm a broker across town. You're not saying your company. You're not saying, come watch this video. You're not saying, come meet me. You're not saying anything other. Your entire goal and process is, I want to get them into my ecosystem.
It's great.
Now, guys, if they don't pick up, do you leave a message? No. Now, most people are like, well, you called them. Why wouldn't you leave a message? Because then it's disingenuous to the process. If your goal is to meet people and spread positivity, Are you going to do that by leaving a really kind of awkward voicemail? Hey, you don't need to call me back. Just wanted to say congratulations on your closing. I have nothing for sale. Well, you're not going to call me, so meet you never.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes complete sense.
Right. And here's the best thing. Guys, if you get a missed phone call, do you call the person back? I do. Oh, Jeremy, what was that? Oh, you want to know what? I was doing my morning um just positivity. What I like to do is I like to call people that had a recent closing and say congratulations. I like to, spread some positivity. Did you just recently have a closing and I just wasn't able to connect with you? 123 Main Street. Oh, well, hey, congratulations, man. And then guess what it is? It's going back into that same script
Nice.
because we have to have time efficiency. Because if you don't leave a message, okay, it's just go to the next person, go to the next person. Now, why are we doing it this way? Well, we want to recruit people that are going to make us money, right? Like, does anybody want to recruit people that don't make money?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, and guys, this is where like my personality comes out. So, like, forgive me. You want to make sure that the person you're calling can drag at least one corpse across the finish line by themselves without your help. Like, why talk to anybody that can't at least do it once? Like, yeah, I can help you do it more. I can help you do it better and more effectively. But if you haven't just had the struggle of getting it at least one time, I'll be honest, I don't want to talk to you. You haven't proven yourself. And the best part is, they did it in the current market conditions. They're currently active. Currently they're in it to win it. Now, is anybody seeing kind of the efficiency of this system? Wow, we can make one post and it scales out to all these people. We can add these people by just being nice to them. And we know that there are current people that are currently doing business in current market conditions and succeeding. Did we just like hit the holy grail of like we weeded out all of the tire kickers, the time wasters, the people that like aren't going to get us the results that we need? And then here's the next easy step to the process. Okay, we got those 5 people. We sent them the friend request. They clicked accept. Well, you have a very tough job. You have to add them to your list that says EXP agent attraction. I know it's tough. You got to click like 3 buttons. It's a heavy lift, but you have to do that because then every post they can now see. So not just the ones that you're doing upcoming, but if they go back and they creep on you and they want to see all the different things that you post about as they're scrolling, being, snoopy and, taking a peek at, all your pictures and your posts and what you're about, they're going to see all of the different things and they're going to get an idea of who you are. Now, how many of you have clients that you've had for years? Are any of them connected on Facebook? Yeah. Do they pop up when a life circumstance happens and they need to do something? Yeah. How have you stayed top of mind? Well, you've been connected with them. Well, the same thing happens with agents. Did everyone day one say, I'm ready to be an EXP agent. I'm going to do this, right now? Did everybody do it at that exact moment? Chuck, I'm gonna pick on you now. When you first heard about EXP, did you run to it that exact second and sign up?
No, I had to wait a week or two.
A week or two? My God, you got your license and you had to wait a week or two to get to EXP? You didn't work anywhere else?
Yeah, I was in real estate before, and then I came back into real estate again. So when I did, EXP just stood out.
Perfect. Now, let's imagine, because you said you were in it, then you got out. Is that a life circumstance? Was that a choice you made?
Yes,
And then you chose to get back in it, right?
yes.
So if you had a friend on Facebook that you could constantly see over those years was doing all these things, talking about EXP, showing the value of it, well, you would see that entire time, right?
Exactly.
And that when that time came and you were like, okay, well, I got to do this, he had been doing it or she had been doing it the entire time, not even realizing it was speaking right there. So that's the whole thing, guys, is this is not an approach for a, hey, kill now, eat now. This is farming. This is digital farming. This is like, hey, we're going to bring people in. We're going to drip on them. We're going to be the person that's there for them and that consistent voice. Now, we got them in the ecosystem. We got the friends list. We're adding people consistently. Well, how do we do it without seeming terrible? Well, do you want to be persuasive or do you want to be informative to a large group of people? To me, I want to be informative. Now, is anyone aware of something called EXP announcements?
Mhm.
Oh, could you just copy and paste that and make that a post and then set it to just your friends list for EXP agent attraction? Is that salesy? No, it's informative. Hey, these are all the great things that we're doing. Here's the great programs we have. Here's the great initiative. Here's the great accomplishment, charity, all the different things.
Mm.
Can you do that 2 days a week? Just two posts? Just check EXP announcements and Tuesdays, copy and paste it. Thursdays, copy and paste it. And if there isn't a good announcement, maybe you have something from the Freedom team that you can share. Maybe you can just have something thoughtful that you write up like, oh my God, I just had this amazing experience with EXP Corporate. I had an issue with billing and title, and I thought it was going to be a disaster. And can I tell you what a relief it was that I didn't have to drive anywhere. I didn't have to call anyone. I popped in, and within 5 minutes, I had a resolution and people working on what I needed. And I could go on with my day back to making money, back to spending time with my family. And I'm just so grateful because I hear the horror stories of the difficulties agents have. They have to drive to their office. They have to hope that the person is in that day. And if they are in that day, that they can take the time to do it. And well, I spent half the day trying to get something done instead of the 5 minutes that it really required. Now, if you just do two posts a week to that group, well, people are going to see that. They're not going to be overwhelmed by it because, again, it's only showing it to the people on that list. And if they like it or if they drop a comment, who knows what we do? Here's that retention factor. I see Chuck nodding, so I'm going to pick on you again. Come on, get in there, brother. Tell me what you're going to do.
I am going to look and find the agents who have closed houses recently, and
Nope,
I'm gonna.
nope, 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 nope. If they interacted with the post, what are you going to do? You're going to send them a message, and what are you going to say?
Okay,
You're
send
gonna
them.
say that, hey, thanks for, commenting. Thanks for the like. I always appreciate, knowing what people are interested in. How are you?
Mhm.
Be that human.
Just be a conversation.
Just be a conversation. If you are open and receptive to being a human being, people will see you as a resource. People will see you as someone that's trustworthy, that if they're thinking about it, they can bounce ideas off of. They can get information because you've never presented yourself as a salesperson. You're not EXPing all over someone. You're not leg humping. You're not telling someone, hey, you want to know what? You're stupid because you're at this other place and not where I am. Because what most people don't realize is in recruiting, what many people do is they say, hey, you're attractive. You should be with me. You should divorce your spouse and marry me. You should leave that brokerage that doesn't do right by you and come to me because I'll treat you nice. A lot of people don't think about it that way, right? They think, oh, I'm trying to help people by telling them how stupid they are for being where they are. Does anyone like to be told that they're stupid? Do people appreciate when you meet them where they're at? Do people like having a resource that they can ask questions of, where they can feel safe, where they can be vulnerable, where they can ask, like, hey, I know you did it. How could this help my business? How could this help my life?
Mm.
And here's the best part: 20 minutes a day. And then let's say on Tuesdays and Thursdays, an extra 5 minutes to, copy, paste, and post. Is that too much of a time investment to build something that can change people's lives? What do you guys think?
Um, Joe, I was wondering, does everybody understand how to create these groups and all that kind of stuff? I was wondering if anybody has any
List,
questions at all, or
list,
if Joe, if I let you share your screen, would you kind of show real quickly kind of what you do and how you create these groups in case someone,
list. We gotta be careful with it definitely list. Yeah,
okay,
hold on. Let me pull it up. So this is a person, right? And click view profile. And you can see, like, oh, okay, you're friends with this person. There's all their stuff. Great, right? Now, do you see right here where it says friends?
yep.
So if I click on it, I can click favorite, unfriend, unfollow, or after you've set up friends list, you can edit friends list. So if I click on this, I can say, like, oh, SOI, no realtors. Me, I'm a crazy person. So I have all 50 states. I have multiple countries. I also have, some different groups. I like Italy, Spain, France, UK, DC, all the different lists. Because I like to be organized. Because if I need it, it's fine. So like I have Boston. I also have, oh, look at 001. So that when I'm on my phone, because you can edit the friends list from your phone, it's the first one that comes up. It's EXP attraction. Now here's the best part. After they get recruited, I move them to EXP realtors because sometimes I just want to say things to EXP agents. Sometimes I want to say something to every realtor ever. Past client friends, acquaintances, restricted, people that are too nosy and I don't want too much in my business.
Mhm.
But you can put them on the different lists, like this one, I'll put her on this. And then every time I go to make a post, it's right there. So like if you just search for friends lists, it'll say edit friends, go to your page and edit your friends list. This is where it's been a little while since I've set this up. So I am gonna have to like find it. So bear with me and I apologize. Search menu. Let's click this. Maybe it's right over here. Okay, here it is. So if you just go into settings, search for friends, and then come to it, you'll see, oh, hey, here's the custom lists. So if I click on France, you can see on this custom list, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And if I want, what I can do is I can add more lists. So I can create a list. So all I have to do is go click the create a list and then put the list name. And I can say example of creating a friend list. I click confirm. And now, oh, well, there's no one there. But I can add friends to it and I can sit and I can search for specific people. I can just check them and then I can save it. And it's super easy. Now, the best thing is if I go to my page now and I click here, well, I have a post. Hey, EXP announces that Joe Turco is the co-sponsor of the year. He's so dreamy. Perfect post, right? Definitely going to bring in a lot of people. But I don't want to make that public. So I do the drop down and it says, okay, public, like we've talked about, friends, or, oh, look it, I can have all of these different ones. So if I click this, click done, now it says right here, the only people that are going to see this post are on that list for EXP agent attraction. And it is that easy. It is that simple, guys. It is where you don't have to spend hours in a CRM. You don't have to spend a ton of time updating contacts. You're not making phone calls to follow up with people to say top of mind. The only time you're ever calling them is that one time. And the best part is you start to get a reputation. Now, what kind of reputation do you think I get for doing this? Nope, Kelly, you're muted. You got it. If you're gonna talk, you gotta unmute. Come on. You got this. I got faith in you.
You're nice, you're kind, you're warm.
Nice, kind, warm. Now, do
Informative.
you think informative? Do you think it helps in your business if you're either writing offers or you're putting listings up to be perceived as that person? Do you think it's ever won me a multiple offer situation because, oh yeah, that's Joe. He's like super nice. Like he's the guy that calls. Now, do people in offices talk to each other?
Yeah.
When you do this enough, eventually what happens is people will have that water cooler talk where they're like, "Oh, yeah, I got a call from Joe today. Oh, yeah, he's so nice." But and what's happening? Your reputation and your brand is being reinforced as a nice person. Guess what, guys? I'm actually a jerk. I am not nice. I'm kind, but I'm not a nice person. I'm like a terrible person. I'm like rude. I'm abrasive. I am 100% Boston. But everybody sees me as nice. Um, so Kelly asked Joe, how do you take it from congratulations, Facebook replies, to a meaningful conversation and attraction?
How are you?
How are you?
I like that because everybody has a story. You make me think of just when you're talking to your friend. You just kind of talk for a minute and you just kind of pause and go, no, no, really, how are you? I've done that a few times. I learned it 10 years ago. Crazy sometimes what all of a sudden happens. They begin to just spill out the craziness in their life by you simply pausing. "No, seriously,
Mhm.
man, how are you? How are things?" And all of a sudden you can sometimes, I've seen people break into tears, right? Life isn't good, but everybody has a story anyway. You're just making me think about that's such an interesting way just to start a conversation because somebody almost doesn't have to respond, but they kind of want to respond to how are you? But anyway,
Does
elaborate. I'm sorry.
does no, that's perfect, but that's the whole point. It's a three-word script. Does anyone have trouble remembering a three-word script? If you do, print it out, put it up on the wall next to your laptop. But think about it, guys. Do you enjoy when someone pays attention, is an attentive listener, and lets you talk about yourself? Is there anybody in the world that hates it when someone gives them their full attention,
Hmm.
lets the other person just speak without interruption, and is supportive of them? That's the big thing. That's the whole script. That's the be a human being.
So
Because
may I ask Joe to wrap this up? And I, man,
yep,
appreciate it. I'm going to be
yep,
respectful of your time.
yep.
He's
But
created a group of over 300 agents doing this
300
kind.
active. So like we've brought in over 620. Obviously there's attrition and stuff like that, but we
Sure.
have like 346, I think, right now, active producing agents, and that's good rev share. So like what I would challenge you guys is keep it efficient, keep it a system, don't overthink it, and be a person. Because I've beat in terms of like getting the sponsorship and stuff like that tons of people. Why? Because I was a human being and they didn't feel like they were just a number. They didn't feel like they were just a sales pitch to be given. They didn't feel like I was anything other than a friend that cared and wanted to help them. And that's the person they want to align with.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. It really is because I love doing these interviews, Joe. Like I've been telling the group, man, the last 6 weeks, like yourself, I've had like six totally different individuals that all have done it kind of different. And usually everybody has a lot of, overlap, but man, everybody's had a unique, and I thought of you again a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, man, I got to bring Joe back on.
Yeah.
It really is amazing to think you're just calling 5 agents a day, complimenting them, connect on Facebook, do 2 posts a week, direct to that group. And the other thing you told me last time, a couple of years ago, I remember when you're traveling, if you're getting ready
Yep.
to go to one of those city or states, he'll reach
Yep.
out to that list and go, hey,
Yep.
I'm going to be in your market, whether you're putting on an event or whether you just want to, meet up,
Yep.
grab lunch, coffee, whatever. Just it's such an interesting approach. And I appreciate you sharing today because so many people don't want to pick up the phone and make outbound calls to try to recruit. But if you're
Yeah.
calling for a compliment and it's 2 minutes and you're off, that's pretty easy to do. It should feel good to do it, right? So
It
sincerely
it
appreciate it.
changes the rest of your day. It changes how you call leads, how you call past clients,
Yeah.
because you'll get those people that, yeah, maybe they'll keep you on for 10 minutes and they'll start crying because no one's ever been nice to them and just said congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, here's the big thing that I want to leave you guys with. How many people here have recruited one person? Okay. Now think about it. If I'm here and I'm calling 1,300 people a year, if I teach that to the person that I brought in, well, that's duplication.
Mm.
Now, if that person does it, that's another 1,300. Now that's 2,600. Now, if that person gets somebody, do I get them?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're in my downline. So what do we do with that person? Well, we teach them. Now it's not 2,600. Now it's 3,900. And that's only with 3 people. How many people you got in your group right now, man? Let's do some quick on the fly math and then I'll let you go.
Me?
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go 1918.
Okay, so 1918 times 1,300. If everybody in your group did it, guess how many
I got,
agents you'd be talking to per year?
did it fit on the calculator?
It did. 2,493,400 agents.
Or given a compliment that day and then
Are
just
given,
add it to a
well,
list
I
and
compliment
keep
that
going.
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's
That's
2.5
awesome.
million. So do this, create duplication, and guys, have a wonderful rest of the day.